Bring in the boys, huh?
So
Hello,
it's
boys.
more like, hey, I mean, we have no say in the matter if he wants to keep playing, sadly, but it's not fun to watch.
No, it's not.
What's up, Josh?
What up, man?
I was watching that with my girlfriend watches all the games with me, and she was just like that. She's like, "Is that normal?" I'm like, no. And she's like, "Has he had it happen before?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
They're just
3
as
different
bad.
times. Yeah. What up, Tony? How are you, buddy?
Good. What's going on?
How's that new puppy,
Tony.
dude, doing with you over there? It's cutie.
Fucking, I almost died yesterday.
What?
She pissed on the floor, and it was late at night.
Oh no!
And you slipped?
And I slipped in it. I almost went to the wall. Thank God we
No.
got strong walls.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shitballs, dude!
My god.
Yeah, my fucking back is like fucked up
Oh,
now. But what are you
no.
gonna do?
We got Tony on here. What's
I'd
going
rather
on,
hit
you
the wall
motorboat
than
son of a
fucking the
bitch?
dog.
Oh man. Damn, Tony. You imagine
think
She's
you need a-
adorable.
it says
She
on
showers with me. The only woman that wants to shower with me. Oh, Lord.
you imagine
Lord.
Tony's
That
on
is
his tombstone died from slipping in dog piss and he just fucking eats it.
Not the first time.
Oh man, well everything okay? You're all right? Just a little hurt though. That sucks. I've
Yeah,
actually
no, I
done that
feel good.
before. I've done that before. It's not a good situation. And either is the dolphin situation down there.
Why do we
If
have
you-
to go to that? Oh,
Because you look like a broken man right now.
You are.
my fin is broken. It's not fully
Oh
erect
yeah,
anymore,
you've
man.
got
It's
the
over.
you got the
Your fin's like the
free
orphan
willy.
whales in
Yeah, it's
captivity,
like
right?
free willy, dude.
That was over.
God
Yeah.
damn, dude.
It's so over.
Oh man, it's crazy what has happened to that team. It is pretty wild how much talent you have, and you just don't have a quarterback. Like that team is designed to win a
Or
Super
fucking
Bowl.
clue
Or a
on how to
clue.
manage a game.
A
Yeah,
coach that, yeah, is
I
making
think,
some
yeah,
questionable
coaching
calls.
is now in
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
It has to
Oh,
be.
he's not cool anymore, huh?
I agree.
No, that vape ain't cool anymore.
Yeah.
No.
And then again, Knocker, USC pulls a USC this weekend, so
Hey,
typical
stop.
USC shit.
Stop right now.
Bro, they
Don't
blew
even-
that
don't
game.
start on it.
No,
Don't
no.
Oh,
start.
you built the hornet's nest, man.
You start on
You
you.
get to talk about
You go
college
into the
football.
fucking big house. You get the referees that don't call 5 fucking major penalties. You have bad field position the entire first half. Your defense plays its ass off. You're down 14-0. You had 3 missed tackles and it cost you the fucking football game. A bad pass with a pick 6. Michigan had 9 fucking total yards in the second half. USC pulled what they always do. That was a good football game. They played well.
That was great.
Just the first half.
A great
cost you
game.
that
They just pulled the
football game.
typical USC Trojans at the end. That's
Oh,
just fucking
fuck
cool, dude.
me.
When,
Oh,
when,
my
when
God.
we fucking win a natty,
Yeah.
you can't be a part of it.
That's fine. It's not going to be till I'm 90 years old anyway, so it's fine, dude. It's all good. And once again, USC quarterback sucks in the NFL. Caleb is an absolute trash quarterback. And
What are you talking
oh
about?
my God,
Getting better
his
every
throwing
year.
percentage is
Every game
terrible.
he's literally
He's thrown
progressed.
1 touchdown in 3 games,
He's
bro.
thrown 2.
Oh, 2 in 3 games. Big wow, dude.
Bro, I would
He's
love
another
for you to
USC
sit-
quarterback that is dog shit once again, dude. All right, boys, you ready to talk some football? Just got to get it out of there. You ready to go?
You are so full of shit.
I'm just gonna keep drinking.
I'm just the bottom line, Josh, is you are so full of shit and you
I
don't know a
told you.
goddamn thing.
Dad, I
How about
told you.
them fucking Cowboys?
I told you when this podcast started up again in season 1, I told you Josh doesn't watch football anymore. I told you that, and you can see it. He doesn't.
Okay,
He doesn't watch.
go
football.
look at
Had
any.
to compete with me.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I didn't know more than him.
Go look at the numbers at Caleb Williams. They're absolute dog shit.
It's 3 games.
He does
as a
not look
rookie.
good, dude. He does not look good,
You
bro.
want to know why that is, or do you want to wait until
No, we
get
can
to
wait.
the
We'll talk
game?
to the game. It's fine.
Yes,
Let's okay.
exactly.
Okay, settle down.
Jesus
I just want to get
fuck.
your guys' blood going. All right, we're back, boys. We missed a week.
Well,
I had to get you guys
episode of
fired up.
Family Feud,
Yeah, Family Feud at its finest.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, baby. All right, good to have you back, guys. Pigskin Pick'em. A decent week this week. We had Stu though take it with 12 correct picks. So congratulations, Stu. $10 winner, Mr. Stu. And yeah, we watch football on Sunday. I watch all NFL
don't
games,
watch
bro.
shit.
Okay, dude. I have the red zone literally on from the time football
Red Zone
starts.
is not watching football.
Yes,
you don't
it is, bro.
understand how drives work.
Oh
You just
my
watch people
God.
scoring touchdowns.
Oh
It's not
my
watching
God.
football.
You're what's wrong
Okay.
with the NFL. You're what's
I see a lot
wrong
of
with the
Caleb
running clock.
Caleb
You're
Williams
that fan-
interceptions
you're
and bad
that
plays.
fan that enjoys the running clock. You're that fan that doesn't enjoy real football.
Okay.
Yes,
You
thank
like
you.
this game where they can't hit the quarterback.
No,
You
I
like
want him
this
to hit the
game where
quarterback. No,
clock
that's not. Why
runs
would you say
and
that.
Let's go like this.
No, that's not. How do you get that?
It's not a game to be played like this.
How do you get
That's
that
not what
from me
it's
saying
about.
that
And with the
Caleb
running
Williams
clock,
sucks? I
that's
don't
what it's
understand what
turned
you're.
into.
I don't understand how you get that from me saying Caleb Williams
I'll
sucks.
let you lead the show before
Because
I
you
blow
don't
it up.
watch the games.
So
You
let's
just look at
go.
a stat sheet. Stats don't.
I don't know.
mean
It's kind of
shit.
stats actually are what happens in the
And
actual
the stats
games.
have
They're
gotten
facts
better
and numbers.
each week.
Science
If
is
that
based
were
off math,
true-
bro.
If that were true, Dak would look great, but he
Oh
just
my
lost
God.
a fucking game putting up fourth quarter stats.
His
did he not?
defense lost in the
Thank you.
game against
Yeah,
the
shut the
Ravens.
fuck
bro.
up.
Thank
His
you.
Same
defense
exact
lost
thing.
the
Fourth
game.
quarter stats again against the
All
Sky
right,
defense. What
boys,
is he doing
settle
with
down,
yourself
you
when
two.
they
My
actually play
God,
defense?
this is
Yeah,
wild.
when they actually
You're
play
just so
straight up
cute,
defense.
dude.
What
Just look at
happened?
him.
What happened?
I forgot the
What
popcorn.
happened?
Shit.
This is fucking wild. I really set these
I'm
two
gonna take some
off.
edibles for this,
I know,
man.
my God,
Come
man.
prepared.
This is wild. My God.
So anyway, how's Penny?
Yeah, everything's good. Great. I heard you're going to Utah tomorrow. I hope you have a great time out there, dude. Heard
Yeah,
you're going
I
out.
am.
Fuck
will.
Utah.
Yeah.
and Vegas.
So you're not doing the show before happy hour then, I'm guessing, right? You're leaving?
No, we're leaving about
Okay.
10 a.m. tomorrow, Josh.
What's in
Okay,
Utah?
cool.
People go to
my
Utah?
son lives in Utah.
Yeah,
my
my-
grandkids.
Shit in Utah.
A hockey
My
team
son and my
now.
grandchildren
out
live
there.
in Utah.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Vegas on Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Oh, you and mom going to gamble some money. I got you.
Lots of time. And it's
I
her
like
birthday,
it.
by the way, so you two clowns, make sure you fucking call
okay,
her.
settle down. I know it's her birthday on the 30th, dude. So you are fucking. You need to get
You
laid when
want
mom
me
gets
up.
home, bro.
You
You are a
tickled my
little
taint
wound
in the
up right
wrong
now.
way.
You need to
You
get
put-
laid tonight, bro.
You put a clothespin on my taint. And that's my reaction.
Ow.
Oh
Exactly.
my God. Let's go.
So USC has a clothespin on your taint. That's the
Well, we're getting
That's
to
where we're at.
over to fantasy. A decent week. I finally got off the schneid and got my first win, so thank God for that. Knocker, you're 2-1, still looking all right. Tony 1-2.
I had it.
Yeah.
I had it. I was right there. Me and the Flame, man. Me and the Flame were right there. Cincinnati, the defense we were tied at 108, and then the Washington ran all over my defense. So
Yeah.
it's a tough loss.
It was
Tough
good. But you're
loss,
still
but,
2-1.
yeah,
Team's
we're
looking
right
all
there.
right. Gooch, what are you at right
All my
now?
players die every
I'm
week. I don't know
2-1.
what's going on.
My players died. I see Tony's team right now. Oh yeah, you got a couple out. Yeah, you got your tight end out,
My
your running
tight
back
end just
out.
sits in the corner and jerks off. I don't know what's going on. And no points.
Most of
Not
them are
even
doing
a
that
catch.
this season.
Not even a catch. Sat in the corner and jerked it the whole time. Hey,
Mark Andrews are in a little corner.
yeah.
Oh
Mark
my
it.
God.
Oh, it's good stuff. Well, we got another full week. Ducks hockey 95. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We're gonna get to our week
The Ducks are terrible.
week
Shit,
4
sorry.
week
Hey,
4
you better be
games.
afraid. Captain, man, the butcher's gonna get you.
You know who looks good though? I don't watch college football. I do see the highlights of it though. Is Archie Manning, the Texas quarterback? He looks like another Manning, dude.
God,
Looks
he's
like another
playing
Manning.
against fucking third string
Looking
schools,
good, dude.
man.
Looking good though. He's looking decent for the.
I love that
Texans.
Eli took the chance to see all their first games as college pros and went like, "Yep, I win. My stats were better."
Right? Were his
I'm the better
stats
Manning.
phenomenal?
I love it. I
Right?
love it.
That's
Tom
great.
Brady's dad doesn't miss.
Oh man, he really doesn't. He doesn't. He does. He is Tom Brady's daddy though. He really is.
He is.
It's weird. All right. Well, we're gonna get to our week 4 games. We got a full slate coming for you guys. Again, make sure you get your picks in. Exclamation picks in chat. $10 weekly winners. $100 at the end for the person with the most correct picks. So again, type exclamation picks in the chat. We'll have the podcast up on YouTube tomorrow if you guys missed anything or want to go back. So without further ado, let's get to these fucking games here, chat. Here we go. We have got week 4 on the slate. Tony back with us. Gooch in the house. Flames on vacation. We've got special guest Fear of the Reload at the top. My youngest brother and delusional Giants fan and football fan. Knocker at the top as well. The father of the delusional fan. We don't know where he gets it from. So again, the ones with the worst sports takes in history are sitting now together. So this should be fun.
One of my sons is a realist, knows his team is shitty and has been shitty. And has 2 Super Bowls over the Patriots. The other one lives in La La Land thinking his team every year is going to be
No,
good.
I know my team sucks. Again, I have lost all respect for my football team. I have no soul left to give the Cowboys ever again. Until they win a playoff game, I'm never going to wear a Cowboys jersey. It's never happening. Hold up,
Cowboys
Illinois.
suck.
I'm making a
Attaboy.
stance. I'm making a stance.
You don't even
Might
have
be a
just
while, I
8 inches
know.
of hope to give the Cowboys this year.
I don't have anything. I mean, the only worst situation than mine is Gooch is down there because I don't know how. I mean,
Hey, hell has a room for company for you, man.
Right?
Sit on the
Plenty
couch.
of room.
at least
Plenty
Gooch
of room.
has excuses. His team's like hurt. Was he's down to his
So
third
one
string
number
quarterback.
score
My
on
team just
2-4
sucks
says
with all their
Cowboys
first stringers. Terrible.
Yeah.
All that money.
Pretty bad.
All that money.
They're
for
pretty
nothing.
bad. They are.
That's gonna segue really well into our Thursday night, right?
It really is. Speaking of that, we've got the battle again of divisional opponents here. Again, we got Fear the Reload's Giants 1-2 getting off the schneid last week, beating the Browns. Danny Dimes, your rookie receiver, man, had a really good game. He looks really, really good. Too bad he's got a shitty quarterback throwing to him. But Giants at home, they're 0-1 at home. They're 1-2. The Cowboys got just ran off the football field by the Ravens. I know it was close at the end, or they could have came back, but that game was over. The Cowboys are 1-2. Their only win on the road this season. Dallas favored by 6 on the road. No respect to the Giants here. Knocker, I'll start with you. Cowboys, Giants, Thursday night football. Which one of these two teams is going to get their second win of the season here?
Well, my pick'ems have sucked ass since the first week, so
Yeah.
I gotta praying the Giants win. I'm just absolutely praying the Giants win. I just want to come back next week and just talk with you if the Giants win. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm so far down. I'm gonna go Tony this pick. I'm going Giants by 10.
You're going Giants by 10 in this?
Yes.
My God.
You can't take my pick, bro. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Let's go.
Thunder, yeah.
Pipping your picks, Tony. I'm pipping your picks, bro.
All right, Fear. Pop's going with the Giants. I mean, obviously, you're a Giants fan. How do you think your team fares tomorrow night?
I think we played. I think we have a good chance. I think your guys' pass rush is probably going to fucking blow us up. But I think the Browns have a really good defense, regardless of how that game went. The Browns do have a good defense, and I thought our offense played pretty well against them, at least in the first half.
True.
And I think Malik Neighbors, regardless of who's throwing to him, he's had 2 stand out. The kid can ball,
Yeah, he
which is
can.
nice to have.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that at least for a first round pick, it's nice to have that. I don't know what we're going to be able to do defensively against you guys, but I don't know if you guys really have a running game. So I don't know. I've been watching the Cowboys last 3 weeks, and I'm kind of confused on this game because I honestly think the Giants should be 2-1. If we actually had a kicker that didn't pull his hamstring on one fucking kick to start the game, we probably would be 2-1.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm still taking the Giants, but again, knowing, and as Dad alluded to, being a realistic Giants fan, we're probably going to lose by a field goal that you guys get with the last 2 minutes of the game, and then I kill myself.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
still taking the Giants.
Giants,
I'm thinking like 27-24. I think it's gonna be close.
Okay, Tony, and Knocker say you stole your pick. Were you going Giants by 10 here? What's your thoughts?
I'm going to do Giants by 14.
I love how he just
There we
Price
go.
is right you right now, dude. Gonna go Giants by 14. Thank you, Bob.
Dude,
and the
I'll
winner.
go, Bob.
And the winner.
14 and a half.
Yeah.
I'll go 14 and a half.
Yeah, exactly. Gooch, what do you think here, man? Both those three got the Giants, man. Are you gonna hop on
I'm gonna
board
put
that?
some weight on the other side of the scale here. I'm gonna
Okay.
go Dallas. Just I think they're due for a comeback win. After coming close with the Ravens, and Watson sucks. I don't trust that was the measuring stick for like the Giants to be really good. I think just the Browns are just terrible. So
Yeah.
I think Dallas wins.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys here just because
Sorry.
I think that this is a perfect game for the Cowboys to win, and everyone thinks the Cowboys are back and their defense is really good, but it just shows how shitty the Giants are. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's learning. He's
I-
This is the
learning.
raise
Yeah,
hope
this
game?
is-
the
this
raise
is-
your hopes game.
Yeah, this is a 27-17 Dallas win. Cowboys get 6 sacks on Danny Dimes, and everyone thinks, okay, everything's right. They're back. Yeah, they're back, and it's just another false hope win by the Cowboys, but they should win this game by 7 to 10 points on the road. So I will go with the Cowboys against the Giants here tomorrow night. On Sunday this week, we have which is kind of weird. What do you guys think before we get to Sunday game? What do you guys think about these 2 Monday night games? They always did that on week 1, and now they have like at least 4 or 5 weeks during the season where it's on. What do you guys?
I don't mind.
You don't mind it?
Side by side. I
Yeah.
want them side by side multi-views.
I agree. More football, I mean, yeah, it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt.
Anonymous, you
I
are
just don't
awesome
like-
for
Still watch
spreading
Red
the
Zone,
love.
too.
Ball
Yeah,
underscore
exactly,
sucks underscore
exactly.
have underscore dropped.
Tony, you're such a fucker. I swear to God. Thank you, Anonymous, for ball sacks have dropped. Thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate it.
Welcome to the family, boss.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like watching full games. Like just like porn, I scroll to the end. You know, let's see what's gonna happen here.
The problem is you always know the ending. That's the worst part.
Yeah,
It
someone's
never
getting
changes.
covered in something.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. All right, on Sunday, we come back to football, literally. Saints and Falcons here. Saints coming back down to life. I mean, they could have won that game against the Eagles. Saquon Barkley literally won that game for the Eagles last week. The Falcons 1-2 struggling at home. They are hosting the Saints here, a divisional battle between opponents. Are the Saints who we thought they were in these first 2 weeks? Are they the team we saw in week 3 who struggled to move the football? The Falcons, like you said, have been up and down all season with Kirk Cousins. Gooch, I'll go to you first here. Saints, Falcons, who you got in this one? Atlanta favored by about a field goal in this one.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are at home, and both teams coming off of a big loss, and the Saints kind of looking a little exposed there. At halftime, you think it wouldn't be a 3-0 game or something. It was it was really tough for them to score, and I thought the Falcons were kind of screwed over more, against Kansas City, and kind of like how I picked the Cowboys to come back, being angry off of the loss. I think the Falcons are going to do the same thing.
You got the Falcons at home here against the Saints
got
at
the
home.
Falcons at home.
All right,
The
booking
Cowboys
it.
angry a lot then, huh?
We're all very angry,
You're all very a lot of anger things.
especially Dolphin fans. Yeah.
Angers in that Cowboy locker room.
Tony, Saints, Falcons here. What's your AI say? Are you still using AI over there?
Saints.
Okay.
Yeah. I got 7 devices now. They all talk to each other. They get smarter by the second. It's crazy. That's what I've been doing, playing with the
Their
dog
own AI
and,
farm.
I
hanging
got
out with
you.
AI.
So what do you got?
Saints.
Okay.
By 10.
Okay, Saints by 10. I like it actually. What do you got fear on this one, Saints Falcons?
I'm gonna go with Falcons at home. I think the Falcons played the Chiefs really tough. I think they're a good football team. I don't think their record actually represents them. Like, I know that might sound stupid to say, but I think they're a lot better team than their record says. But I'm trying to figure out Derek Carr, because Derek Carr always does this. He always just has these games where he just like pops off and he throws 5 TDs and then he just sucks ass. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm taking the Falcons.
All right. And they really gifted sub to Tony has a nice cock. Oh my God.
Nice.
Someone on Twitch has that, but Gooch can't have Gooch spot. It's just
Anonymous,
ridiculous.
you are
I
awesome
can't
for
tell you, I
spreading
haven't
the
seen
love.
it in
Tony
years.
has a nice cock.
Wait.
Maybe.
They
But
took
you
your
can't have a fun
username
leash.
away from you, Gooch?
Yeah, they
At one point,
Yeah,
yeah.
at one point,
And
yeah.
someone has the username.
Tony
Tony
has.
has a nice cock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I could put that as a sound
What?
command.
Tony. Hi, Nogger, what do you got? Saints, Falcons here. And Falcons favored by 3.
This division is famous for road teams winning games that they shouldn't win. There's always road havoc in this division. The Saints played a really good team last week. So did Atlanta. I'm not sure. I thought Atlanta would be a whole lot better than they are right now. But I think the Saints are a little better football team than they are right now. They both have O-line problems, but I go for the roadie sometimes in this division. The road team seems to win a lot of games in this division, so that's my pick.
Yeah, I think for me, the Saints, even though in a loss, they showed, that was a tough Eagles team. And besides that one breakout run by Saquon, they pretty much held them in check all game long. And again, like you said with Carr there, Fear, like you said, this guy can have a great game and then he just shits the bed for 2 weeks, then he'll come back and play great. And it's just he's such an up and down quarterback. But the Falcons have been really, like you said, just they haven't shown much. I don't know what to think of them. They have so many good players, and they just don't seem to like have it all put together right now. I feel like the Saints, like you said, you can build off a loss like that against an Eagles team. I like the Saints on the road here to get it done in a close game. 26-23 Saints over Falcons. Next game up here, battle 1 and 2 teams. The Rams, man, what a comeback on the Niners, huh? I mean, wild. What a Stafford with a bomb down the field late. That guy can still throw the football, one of the best balls in football. Going up against the Bears, 1 and 2. The Bears are 1-0 at home this season. We talked about Caleb Williams and his struggles. And like I said, man, I feel like this kid, I do feel like it's a coaching problem though as well. He has a defensive minded head coach, and they don't really are not putting the best pieces around him for him to succeed as far as a coaching staff. So I do feel like that's hindering his growth. With that being said, though, the Rams are banged up with injuries right now. The Bears heavily leaning on their defensive special teams. Chicago favored by 3 in this one, Knocker. Rams, Bears, battle 1 and 2 teams. Who gets their second win here?
The Rams. The Rams. Caleb will play better. The Rams really don't have the pass rush that some of the teams that Caleb has played against already. He'll play better. The team will play a little better. But the Rams are a better football team. I think they win by 10 points. But I think the Bears will play a lot better, and Caleb will look better this week. But you have to go with the Rams.
Okay. All right. And I just give you a little Caleb stats here, Pops. In 3 games, he's got a 59% completion percentage. He's only averaging 5.3 yards a throw, which is the lowest in the NFL. He's only got 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions with a rating of a 65 for quarterback. Okay. So I just want to throw those stats out there for you. Fear, what do you got here? Rams and Bears. What do you got?
I think the Rams are gonna win this, or we're gonna win this game. But I want Caleb to progress better, and the Bears might steal. The Bears defense is fucking insane. They have a great defense. I've watched every snap of the Giants games and the Bears games just because been a fan of Caleb coming out of it. I have 2 Bears fans that I know that I text regularly. One's my neighbor, one is one of my best friends, and neither of them are concerned about Caleb. It's the coaching. I text them all the time, and they're like, he from game 1 to game 2 to game 3 has gotten significantly better. The intercept, it's going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. You're going to make mistakes. But the problem is the Bears coaching has no idea what to do with their personnel. Their play calling's terrible. But I don't know. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by the time we get to the end of the season that he's done a lot better. But I don't know.
Are you going Rams or Bears?
I'm still going to go Rams. They still have the better team. But don't be surprised if the Bears defense shows up and makes some crazy play and ends up winning that game.
Okay. Tony, Rams, Bears, what's your 7 AI machines tell us about this game?
The Rams by 3. It's going to be a close one.
The Rams by 3. I like the call there. All right, Gooch, what do you got in this one? Rams, Bears here.
I'm pulling my anything can happen card. Anything can happen in the NFL, man. You think the Broncos were going to destroy Tampa Bay last week? You think,
what the hell was that?
You think Carolina was going to have the answer with Andy Dalton against the Raiders? I just think this is the anything that can happen, game. The Bears are going to win this one.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna roll with the Bears in this too. I just think it's so hard with the Rams to get over losing your 2 best wide receivers. I think that's very hard to get over, especially going into Chicago where their defense is the better team. Yep. For them to move the football is going to be very hard. I know they came back last week, but again, they don't make that epic comeback. They're an 0-3 team right now. We look at it. And I just think that the Bears right now, I think their defense is going to get it done. Their special teams, if Caleb just plays how he should and doesn't fuck it up with a couple bad interceptions, I think they win this game. I think it's going to be, like Gooch said, it's an anything could happen game. It's going to be a pretty wild one. I'm going to go with the Bears at a close one here, 23-20 over the Rams. And this one, Bears get their second win of the season. Next up here, we got a lot of divisional games. Vikings 3-0, the big surprise of the season, man. Sam Darnold having a great year so far. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, almost 700 yards passing.
TDs,
absolutely wild. Packers, man, getting it done without their star quarterback, staying alive till Jordan Love gets back. He's already kind of been back at the practice squad, but I don't think we're going to see him in this one. Packers 2-1. They're 1-0 at home. Vikings come in red hot right now. I throw it to you, Pops. Vikings, Packers. Who you got in this one?
Well,
Packers favored by 3, by the way.
Sam Darnold, as I said the day he got drafted, he never should have left USC.
Agreed.
You talk about Jordan Daniels, and like they said on the podcast, on the broadcast last night or whatever it was, Monday night, that he literally played 5 years at quarterback in college. He played roughly 60-something games. He's a mature guy, get ready to play in the NFL coming out of college. Sam Darnold played 1.5 years. He started 17 games. Why are you leaving college? Why are you going into a league? And
you can say the same thing about Caleb Williams.
when you get drafted to shitty, well, Caleb played 4 years.
3 years.
Caleb played, 1 year at Oklahoma and 2 years at USC, although he was hurt. But he didn't start a lot of games. So yes, you could say that. And then you get drafted to shitty teams. Back in the day, they drafted a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers sat for what, 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
Right? They don't give these guys time to learn. And if they can survive going to 2 different teams, if they can survive the lack of confidence, this is what you get at the end. Look at Darnold, look at Baker Mayfield. There's other guys that have been kicked around and taken their lumps, but they've learned the game.
Yeah.
And
Geno
now,
Smith. Yeah.
Pardon me? Geno Smith, yes. Yeah. Geno Smith as well. They learn the game. And they learn how to play. Gardner Minshew, how many games did he play in college? 1 year? And he's now a starting quarterback, albeit not top notch. He's still a starting quarterback that gets things done.
Yep.
So, the cruelty of the NFL is drafting these guys early and expecting big things out of immature guys. Johnny Manziel played 2 years, got out of college. They're not ready. And it's a travesty for these guys to come into the league and just get murdered. Caleb's going to be lucky to survive the year the way he's getting hit constantly. So bravo to and kudos to Sam Darnold to just, and he's not saying I told you so or nothing like that. He's handled it all with class. The Vikings look a lot better than I thought they would. I think the Vikings win this game. Green Bay's going to play them tough. That division's really tough and tight with the top 3 teams. But I like what the Vikings are doing, man. It's cool.
And Jordan Love, they say possibly could play in the game. So just keep an eye. I don't know how viable he's going to be running around on that ankle or whatever, but he has a possibility of playing. So if that changes your opinion at all. Fear the reload. What do you got? Vikings, Packers in this one.
I'm going to take the Vikings. I just think they have a better overall team. It might be different if Jordan Love comes back. I'm still not a big fan of game time decisions, especially when it comes to betting. I feel like that fucks over a lot of people. I feel like that's a big problem in the NFL, that you can have a game time decision thing, especially when you have a parlay. I'm going to take the Vikings, and I'm not saying give flowers to Darnold or anything like that, but it's just cool to see a guy that when he was at the Jets sitting on the bench saying, I'm seeing ghosts, to now he's got
balling
weapons
out
around him in a good team and balling out.
Like I said, the organization of who you play for is so big in a person's
It is
career.
100% true. You just see great players go to just shitty organizations and just cap out. Yeah, it sucks. And I'm glad he's doing well. And I'm glad his knee's okay. No
Looks
structural
good.
damage.
Yeah, it's fine. He got back. So everything's good. They might get Addison back possibly this week as well for the Vikings. So another wide receiver piece.
Nice.
Tony, what do you got here? Vikings, Packers.
Vikings are going to destroy the Packers.
Okay, I like it. Can you give me a total, please?
By 28 points.
Okay. I love when you put your hands up. I love when he puts his hands up.
He puts his hands like he's the Godfather.
He's his Godfather, and he just
knows what's gonna happen.
It's so great. It's so great. Yeah, he just sits there and he opens his hands up. Listen. Gooch, what do you got in this one? Are you rolling with the Vikings in this one as well?
Yeah, I got no reason to think otherwise with everybody else picking the Vikings. I'm just gonna pick the Vikings.
I love he puts his hand. Just everyone do it now. That's great. I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well, man. They look really, really good. Their defense looks good as well. They're moving the football. They can run it. They can throw it. And like I said, the Packers, they've looked decent without their quarterback. But again, even with Jordan Love back, I don't think they got enough to get it done here with a limping Jordan Love running around back there. I'd actually probably sit him in this. I think the Packers should be smart. Sit him in this game. They won a couple games they shouldn't have. They should rest them another week. If they go 2-2, who fucking cares? They're still at 500 and they're not risking the rest of their season. I think it'd be stupid to play Jordan Love this week if I'm their coaching staff, especially being 2-1 and not thinking you'd have that record after losing the game one.
Does
of the
Hawkinson
week.
come back, Josh?
I don't know. I'd have to look at that. I think he's questionable, so I'd have to.
Right?
I'd have to look at it. So, but again, I think the Vikings get it done here. I think they get on 30-17. I'll take Vikings over Packers. Next game up here, another 3-0 surprise team, man. The Steelers here coming in, looking absolutely fantastic. Justin Fields, man, finding life with the Steelers. The Colts 1-2, struggling this year a little bit as well. Richardson not having the greatest start at quarterback, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions this season, so he's struggling. And the Steelers head into Indianapolis, though. Can they make it 4-0 here? The Colts at home are 1-1. They're 1-2 overall. The Steelers are 2-0 on the road this year. Pittsburgh favored by about 1.5, so pretty easy, even game. Gooch, what do you got? Steelers and Colts Sunday morning here.
Yeah, I don't like Anthony Richardson's play recently because he was like top of the world week 1 and then just down to shit and threw that awful 5-yard line interception that was just
it was terrible,
so ugly.
Yep.
And it's just something about like the way the Steelers game manage. It just makes me think that they're just gonna pull out any sort of close game if the other team has like a slight inconsistency with their game plan. The Steelers are gonna find a way to beat it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep the train rolling with the Steelers.
All right.
They're gonna win.
Steelers in a close one. Tony, what do you got here? Steelers, Colts.
I mean, how do you not say Steelers?
I know.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
You
What-
gotta.
Yeah, what do you give me a total, though? We got people bet on your totals, so we need to give you got to get your totals, dude.
12 and a half.
What's that?
12 and a
12 and a half.
12 and a half? All right, 12 and a half.
12 and a half.
Squeeze by 12 and a half. All right, I like it. Never heard of someone winning by a half a point as a final score, but we'll take it. All right, Fear, what do you got?
You
Steelers,
watch.
Colts.
Conceivable.
You watch, it'll happen.
Right?
Hey,
Today's NFL.
I agree with Gooch. The Bears game with that guy can't complete a throw. I mean, it was tough to watch. So I'm going Steelers, and good for Justin Fields, man.
Yeah.
He got out of a shitty organization, and now look at
Look
you
at
know.
him.
I mean,
yeah,
it's,
it just
yeah,
goes to
I'll
show.
take the
I mean, it
Steelers.
goes to show. Knocker, what do you got? Steelers rounding it out here?
Yeah, I was going to say Justin Fields another example, man. Get him out of a shitty environment, get him a couple of years, even though he got, he got hammered for 2 years. It's still experience. There's just you can't buy experience. You just have to experience it. And,
Yeah.
Playing a year and a half in college isn't enough. Playing 2 years isn't enough to be thrown in as a starting quarterback. So, he started 1 year at Ohio State, 1 maybe 2 at the most. So, he's basically played the same amount of games as Daniels has played.
Yeah.
So, but to get out of that organization, to get to a stable organization, to get to a place where they don't depend on you to win football games is just a really good step for that kid. Like you said, Pittsburgh. So who's playing worse, Josh? Who do you think's playing worse based on expectations? Caleb Williams or Richardson?
I would say that Richardson's probably playing worse just because he's been in the league. Obviously, I feel like we expected more out of him. Caleb gets a little more leniency, obviously, coming into the league with, with his
On a supposedly
situation.
better team.
Yeah, I think Richardson's been way
worse.
more the disappointment. Yeah, definitely. Like Gooch said, he has
so-
not looked good at all.
That
So,
being said, I kind of agree with the assessment that Pittsburgh just seems to pull out tight games like this.
Yeah.
Somehow the coach just gets it done.
yeah, Mike
he just gets
Tomlin
it done.
always seeming to get it
And,
done.
They're not fancy, they're not pretty, but they win games. So
Yeah.
you got to go
Go
with Pittsburgh.
Steelers. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh too, man. They're two defensive ends with Watt, and I forget what the other
Yep.
guy is on the other side. Are just
Squat.
monsters. What's his name? Oh, whoever the other defensive end is besides TJ Watt, who's going to be a Hall of Famer when his career's done with his brother, which is pretty crazy. Both the Watt brothers are going to be in the Hall of Fame. What's his name? Highsmith's out. Is that what his name is? The Pittsburgh Steelers, like you said, they always seem to win these games that are close. I think it's going to be a sloppy game offensively because both these offenses, are struggling. The Steelers, since you want the 3-0, but they've only scored one actual touchdown. The rest have been field goals. But I do think the Steelers get it done. Very sloppy, close game. I'm going to go 2017 Steelers over Colts in this one as they win in a close one. Next game in the morning here, the Broncos getting off the schneid. They're 1-2. Bo Nix getting his first win as a starting quarterback in the NFL. The Jets 2-1, baby. The Jets are going to the Super Bowl. They're going to the Super Bowl. They're back. They're 2-1. Rodgers is a god. Oh my God, the Jets are back. Hey, everybody, pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes a little bit. The Jets are favored by 7.5 in this. I don't know about this spread. This is pretty wild.
I think it's good.
Broncos
that's right on.
at Jets. I'll go to you first, Pops. Broncos at Jets here. Can the Jets improve to 3-1 here at home against rookie Bo Nix and the Broncos coming in?
I kind of like the way the Jets look. I thought Aaron Rodgers didn't have much left, but boy, was he threading the needle the last game, throwing sidearm. Holy Mahomes could throw sidearm. Fuck, every pass Rodgers threw was sidearm.
They played the Patriots though. They beat the
It doesn't
Patriots
matter.
and the Titans. So like that's what I'm saying. Like pump the
matters.
brakes a little bit on it.
It matters, but it doesn't matter. The zip on the ball and the reads. And
No, he
the
can throw
confidence,
still, for sure.
You know,
He's not moving out of the pocket though, and doing those crazy Roger plays anymore. That's
Understood.
behind him.
They do have a problem with the one receiver. What's his name?
Wilson.
Yes, he dropped some passes, and they don't seem to be on the same page on the routes and this and that. That's a concern.
Which will take time. Yeah.
But right now with the Jets defense,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Bo Nix is probably seeing the best defense he's seen so far.
Agree.
So you do have to go with the Jets just based on your quarterback.
Yeah.
Rodgers will find a way to win this game where Nix is going to be, you know,
Yeah, running
seeing
for his
ghosts.
life. Yeah. So, all right, going Jets in a big one here. All right, Fear, what do you got here? Broncos, Jets.
I'm going Jets, even though Bo Nix has like 14 kids at this point. He's been in the league for like 80 years.
He's the new Phillip Rivers
yeah,
of the
yeah,
NFL.
holy hell. Yeah. No, I just think the Jets have a better. This again. It's going to be the best defense he's seen.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers is playing very well. But you never know. I don't know. Bo Nix is just doing crazy stuff. I didn't expect them to do what they did last week. But I'm still going to go with the Jets.
Okay. Tony, what's our AI tell us against Broncos, Jets on a fairly decent spread here? What do you got?
Here's a nice big spread.
Who doesn't like a
Jets.
big spread?
The Jets, you talk shit about the Jets. How many games did the Cowboys win this year?
Shut
Just
up,
two.
Tony. Listen, bro. There's no reason to take shots, dude.
The Jets 2-1. They're going to be 3-1 after this week, and they're going to win by 17.
Oh, that's a nice one. I like
Let's
that. That's a
go.
nice call. That's a
I
nice call.
talked to them yesterday.
Yep.
So I
Book
know.
it. Book it. Gooch, what do you got?
The Bo Nix, he tells you exactly what he's doing because they asked him, what would you do on that interception throw? He goes, I drop back and threw the ball to the other team. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And he's going to do that against, he didn't throw an interception last game, but he's going to do that against the Jets. Yeah, the Jets are going to win. I'm in hell.
Jets gonna win. I'm in hell. I'm with Tony though. I think like the more I look at this now, like you said, I just think that the Jets defense is gonna overwhelm Bo Nix, and he's gonna be seeing ghosts in this one. I'd be surprised if they score more than 13 points in this
Can I
game.
ask
The
you a question,
Broncos.
Josh?
Yeah.
The game before it was Jets Patriots, right?
Yeah.
And it was 6 points to the Jets. Like,
Yeah.
would you have taken that, knowing how well the Patriots played defense?
No, I
in the
wouldn't have.
previous
Not in
game?
that
Anyone?
game. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have taken.
I
I
did.
bet the Jets.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it though.
I bet the Jets
But I will.
that
I'd
night-
actually will take this now because I think Tony's right. I think they win by about 17 in this one. I like them to win 27-13, something like that. I don't think the Broncos can move the football much in this one. I think Aaron Rodgers has his way in a pretty crazy crowd in New York. If they go 3-1 and the Jets fans are all gonna get crazy excited, it's gonna be wild. But
Is it here?
what? It's in New York.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in New
You
York.
ever think that we would all agree that the Jets would win a game?
I know it's pretty
know,
wild.
right?
Meteor's gonna hit the
fucking
Earth tomorrow.
freaking
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
Meteor's gonna hit the Earth tomorrow, and the Giants and Cowboys will tie, and the world ends, and that's how it is.
God, if that happens, I'm sorry.
You haven't had your threesome yet. Get on it.
Yeah, if you haven't, yeah, exactly. You don't have your will already. It's ending. So, next up here, this is going to be a really good game. In the morning, the Eagles 2-1, pulling it out against the Saints last week. They are 1-0 on the road. The Buccaneers losing for the first time last week as well. They did not look good last week. Bucks at home though, 2-1. Can they right the ship? Which team gets their third win of the season? Philly favored by 2 on the road against Tampa. Knocker, what do you got in this? Eagles, Buccaneers.
Yeah, I can't explain what happened to Tampa last week. I can't. I don't think they're intimidated by Philadelphia at all. Didn't they beat them in the playoffs? Didn't Tampa beat?
They did.
They did beat them in the playoffs last
Yeah.
year, right? So they're not intimidated by that team at all. And you know, just like the USC game, if Shaquan doesn't get that run, the Eagles lose.
Yeah.
So I think Tampa Bay bounces back, and I still don't think the Eagles are the team that a lot of people think they are. So Philly should win, but I don't think they are. I think
Go with the Bucks here in a close one?
I like the Bucks to bounce back.
All right,
In a
Fear.
close one, yes.
Eagles, Bucks, what do you got?
I'm with the Bucks, man. I'm on the Baker train, man. I love the dude. I just like his charisma. I like what he's got going on. And Jalen Hurts, watching his game, he makes some questionable throws, even 4 weeks into the season. And I think that's just going to eventually come back to bite him. But again, they have a great offensive line, and Saquon's going to probably do work behind that offensive line. But I'm going with the Bucks.
Going with the Bucks as well. All right. Good. I mean, Tony, what do you got here, man? Both of them going with the underdog here. What do you got?
I think he is, Eon. Brown is still out, by the way. I think.
Fuck the Bucks.
Fuck the Bucks. Okay.
Eagles by 10.
Eagles by 10 in this one. I like it. I like it. All right.
I need fantasy points. Bro.
I love it. That's what you need. Yeah, I got three players on the Eagles, so I'm with you. All right, Gooch, what do you got?
Yeah, Smith got knocked out pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of, you know, my team is very familiar with concussions. That looked really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, Browns. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it looked really bad.
Yeah.
And in the Saints, that, you know, their type of reputation does not help them when you're trying to like prove innocence with hits like that. Like that's kind of run into your organization of just dirty hits. I just didn't like that at all. And I think the Eagles were really, you know, they were on the ropes until that blown coverage with Dallas Goedert and, you know, down the sideline that helped them. And then Tampa coming off of a weird loss. And I've been picking all the teams that have lost the week before and that they would get it back. So I think the Bucks are going to win.
All right. Damn, all of you going with the Bucks except for Tony. Oh, man.
Is the hurricane
against
gonna be
AI.
gone by then? Isn't there a hurricane hitting Florida? Like
Yeah,
right
hitting
now?
Tampa. I mean,
It's just a light rain. It's fine.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's just a house party for a night. You know.
All right. Okay. All right. So okay. All
Our
right.
school didn't even close.
yeah, I'm gonna go
Damn.
with the Eagles injuries. I think it's gonna be like you said. I don't think the Bucks are intimidated by the Eagles, especially like I said after beating them in the playoffs. And I feel like this is a good bounce back game. Evans really was quiet last week. Like I said, they just seemed off, and I think that come back home in this one, the Eagles, like you said, very well could have lost that game against the Saints for a couple plays that went their way. And again, like you said, their tight end had the game of the season. Luckily, I had him on both my fantasy teams, so it was great. But I'm going to go Bucks here at home, getting it done over the Eagles. I'm going to go 24-23 Buccaneers over Eagles in a very, very good close game here in the NFC. Next game up here, this is going to, wow. The 0-3 Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow can only do so much. He can't carry a franchise. Like, you can't expect this guy to carry a franchise. The defense is absolutely terrible for the Bengals. And, hey, how about the Red Ryder BB gun, man? Andy Dalton comes in, slinging 3 touchdowns. They're 1-2. They're fantasy relevant again. They have fantasy players that matter now. The Bengals, though, are 0-3. They're 0-1 on the road. The Panthers are 1-2, getting off the schneid last week. The Bengals looking like one of the worst teams in the NFL with probably the most talent on their team. Cincy, though, still favored in this one by 3.5. Gooch, what do you got? Bengals, Panthers here on Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's crazy that Andy Dalton turned that around so fast. It really showed you how not ready Bryce Young was. And they're not an organization who could just throw a quarterback out there. And that was the main issue that Knocker's been preaching this whole episode, is that quarterbacks are being thrown out there way too early.
Yes.
They're not ready.
Do you
for
trade
this,
him,
and it's
Gooch,
not
or
how
do
it
you let
used
him
to go.
sit for like a? Do you trade him?
Let him
Or,
sit behind Andy Dalton.
No,
for
you let him
years.
sit.
Okay,
Yeah, like
okay.
Andy Dalton had to be kind of a journeyman to do that
Yes.
as well when he left the Bengals, and you see like he comes into this and he's thriving now.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, you have the Bengals who this is a playoff game for them. The stats already don't favor them. Every 0-3 team, I think only maybe 6 in history have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Something like that. And if you go 0-4, I'm guessing it's even harder. So
Yeah.
I think this is the Bengals season on the line. They need to win this badly. So I think the Bengals are going to win just off desperation.
Okay. What do you got, Tony? Bengals, Panthers.
The fucking AI even said I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna flip a coin at this point.
Okay.
Who has a win? I would go with Panthers. They already won one.
All right, going with the Panthers, get their
That's about
second
it.
win behind Andy Dalton. All right. Fear,
By
what do
1
you
point?
got? By 1 point. I like it, Betters. 1 point win for the Panthers. What do you got, Fear?
I think Gooch put it perfectly. Like, this is the exact example Dad's been saying, and like, he shouldn't have been starting to begin with. Like, put him behind, let Andy Dalton start, and that's the difference, right? Like, it's very frustrating because you just see these people's careers go downhill because they just bad coaching and bad decisions. But I think Burrow's playing his fucking ass off. And I think they're going to win this game. And they should have beat the fucking Chiefs, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah,
but
right?
holy shit, there is so many things I could bring up that just encapsulate the conspiracy with the Chiefs. But they should have beat the Chiefs. And
Anyway, I'm going Bengals. I think Burrow's playing his ass off. He's already putting up great stats. The whole Jamar Chase thing, I don't know why people think that they have a year left on their contract and all of a sudden they think they have the ability to negotiate for the next 7 years.
Yeah.
It's weird. So.
Yeah. All right, you gonna go Bengals though on the win here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you got, Knocker?
Daniel, read the book First in a Million. Okay, it's called First in a Million. It's a story about the San Diego Chargers back in the Dan Fouts days. Because you talked about renegotiating your contract and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some really interesting stuff in there about how that shit all started and how that owner decided to handle it. Okay,
Yeah.
It's a really good read. It's short, but it's a really good read. It's called First in a Million.
We'll do.
Is there a movie in case I don't want to read it?
They have an audiobook,
but
please.
There could have been. There could have been. Ask John Jefferson about
I like sports
renegotiating the
movies.
contract.
Yeah. Audiobook.
Yeah, ask John Jefferson what happens to your career when you fuck up like that.
That guy
but,
play in the 50s or something?
Yeah, but shut up.
Okay.
Best offense in the history of the NFL. Eric Coryell.
Okay.
Eric Coryell.
What do you got? Bengals or Panthers? What do you got?
What are you talking about, Daniel? What do you mean? What? What are you shaking your head like that?
Did someone just say the best offense in the NFL was in the 1950s? I'm fucking confused.
Shut up. The early 80s.
Oh my
The
god.
early 80s.
Oh my God. Dad,
San
humans
Diego
have
Chargers
evolved.
had the
Humans
best
have evolved.
offense.
No, they did.
Dad.
Winslow, Joyner,
Dad, the
Jefferson.
Rams' greatest show on turf's better than that team, okay, dude?
Those are mythological
I don't
players.
know,
Those are
man.
like when
I
you
don't
think of
know.
like the ancient
Here we
Greeks. That's
go.
what you're talking
You
about.
might be
Sit
old
back
enough,
and grab
Gooch,
your popcorn.
You remember that playoff game, San Diego and Miami? Were you old enough? They went to like
What-
triple overtime.
What year are we talking?
50s?
Back in my day, the 3-point shot was hard to shoot. That's you, Dad.
Shut up,
I'm
asshole.
here for it.
The
Anyway,
ball was made out of different leather. It came off of their hands
Yeah, the
different.
ball was made of pigskin, not cowskin, so it totally changed the trajectory of the ball.
shut the fuck up, both of you. Like
Just
seriously,
say no, knock. I probably wasn't alive yet.
you weren't alive yet?
Yeah, back in
probably
my
wasn't.
day.
I think it was 1981.
Which is like
Were
fucking
you not born yet?
17.
I was definitely not
Dude,
born
she's like
yet.
17.
Oh wow, never mind then. Look it up. Look it up.
Hey, what do you got, Bengals or Panthers here?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say that Andy Dalton, even though it was the Raiders that he lit up, let's all calm
Yeah.
down. It was the Raiders that he lit up.
Yeah.
Still, the defense for Cincinnati is just horrible, just
are.
terrible. I think this is an upset.
All
I'm
right, you
gonna
going
go
Panthers in the upset.
Okay.
Okay. All
Like
right.
the Utah Jazz in the 90s, dude. They're just trash.
I got.
I will fuck you up, dude. Okay? I will fuck you up.
I'm gonna go with.
Keep going.
I'm going with the Bengals for the what reason that Gooch said. This is a playoff game for him. Like this is a must-win. You have to win this game. Your season's done if you don't. I think somehow the Bengals get it done. I know that the Panthers looked good last week with Andy Dalton, but again, it was the Raiders. And like you said, the Bengals should have very well beat the Chiefs. Besides getting that pass interference call, and we'd be kind of thinking them a little differently what we do now. But I'm gonna go with the Bengals getting it done. 24-20 over the Panthers in this one. Next game up here, you talk about maybe one of the biggest busts of all time here, overpaid quarterbacks, man. Is Lawrence just done? The Jags are 0-3. He hasn't won a game in 8 starts. And the Jags are 0-3. They're 0-2 on the road. The Texans kind of got their teeth knocked in against the Vikings last week. But they're 2-1. They come back home here. They're 1-0 at home so far this season. CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon, Collins on Diggs, and all of their weapons with the Texans. They're back home. The Jags have just looked horrible. I mean, their coach is even questioning maybe sitting Lawrence. I mean, they just paid him all this money, and he hasn't won a game in 8 games. Gooch, I'll go to you first here, man. Jags, Texans. Is Lawrence a bust at this point?
I think he's getting close. He doesn't have any grit. His leadership. When the only example I have of him leading his team out on the field, he sounded like he was managing a Bed Bath and Beyond. Like he was like telling them go get those sales on the like for Black Friday. Like it just didn't seem like he was motivational, or he just doesn't have any sort of drive. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know why they paid him so much money and just bought it all in. I guess they were tired of cycling through, and Blake Bortles was like their flash in the pan. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that as far as this game is concerned, Houston, they both teams got blown out, but I think Houston's more likely to come back and Stroud's just going through a little bit of a sophomore slump, but I think the team has a lot of weapons. So Houston wins.
Houston wins in this one. All right, Tony, we've got Jaguars and Texans in this one. What do you got?
What's going
He's
on
got an
over
itch.
there?
He's just got an itch. He's got an itch. He's
I'm
got an itch.
scratching my leg over here.
Yeah, he's scratching his leg.
Texans are by 14.
Oh, I like it. Texans by 14 in this one. All right, Fear, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Tony.
You going with Tony and the
pretty locked in
Texans
over
by
there.
14.
Holy
He's
fuck.
pretty locked in. It was the hand
Must-
motion, wasn't he? He was like, this guy's confident. This guy's
Well,
so
I got no
confident.
pants on, so it's easy to
That
scratch.
leg scratch just had me, dude. I saw the whole motion. It looked
Yeah.
I
great.
stand up, but you'd see my braciole. So.
Was no danger, so I took it.
I took it. Broke a major rule of engagement there. All right, what do you got, Knocker?
I'll have you know.
Yeah. Jags Texans here.
I think he might throw Lawrence in that, go into a shitty team. He started. 2
Nah,
years
he's
for
got
a
weapons
really
around him,
good-
man. He's got weapons. He's
You
got
know,
a
I don't
good.
know,
He's got
but
decent coaching.
I will say one thing. That's the scaredest quarterback move since the phantom sack by Jim Everett back in the day in San Francisco when he sacked himself.
Yeah.
Which led to the Chrissy thing on Jim Rome. But
Yeah.
anyway, that spin move in the pocket last week when nobody was around him. Like, you okay, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. You got problems. You
Yeah.
got serious problems. So, Texas is just a better organization right now and a better team. So you got to go with Texas.
Yeah, I'm going Texans too. I mean, like you said, just there's drags are struggling right now. There's how can you have confidence in that team? I think the Texans, like you said, got a wake up call last week after riding high the first 2 weeks. That hey, we need to maybe lock it down here. Maybe we're not as good as we kind of thought we were. We need to keep moving forward, building the chemistry, and I think they get it done as a good bounce back game for them coming off a loss at home. I think they get it done. I'm with Tony here, man. Texans by 14. I think they get it done. I like Tony's Texans, but it was all in that handshake, baby. It was all in that handshake. Next up here, we've got Battle 2 and
Do
1.
that more often.
Jaden
Jet
Daniels.
520.
Jaden Daniels, maybe possible Rookie of the Year candidate already early on here. Looking fantastic. Jaden Daniels looking good, 2 and 1 here. They are 1 and 1 away, or the Commanders. The Cardinals, they've been in every game they played. They're 1 and 2 though at home here. I mean, they're 1 and 2. They're 1 and 1 at home. The Commanders on the road against the Cardinals. Arizona favored by 3 in this one. Knocker, I'll go to you first. Commanders, Cardinals. What do you got? Interesting game here. A lot of running around by the quarterbacks in this one.
Well, Washington's
Yeah.
got the shit together. They got it going on, and blah 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 blah. Well, it's short week, like you said. It's a long way to go across the country to the desert, and like you said, Arizona's surprisingly been in every game
Yep.
that they've played in.
Yep.
I think this is a slap in the face for Washington. You're good, but you're not really that good. That was a little bit of a
Okay.
aberration. The Arizona defense isn't going to play as bad as the Cincinnati defense played. So I look for Arizona to bring them back down.
All
to
right,
earth
you
in a
got the
close game.
Cardinals getting their second win of the season. All right, Fear, what do you got? Commanders, Cardinals.
I'm gonna take the Commanders. I've been watching his games too, and the game
He's really
looks
good.
like the game just looks like it's slow. Like that's the biggest thing among the 3 rookies. Like I think there's bad coaching on the Bears.
The
side.
non-panic in a quarterback.
I think Bo Nix has a great coach, and I think that's why he's going to develop a little bit. But whatever has happened, it's the same thing that happened with CJ Stroud last year. Like the game just seems to come to him a lot slower, and he's able to make these decisions. And he's fun to watch just on his feet.
Yeah, he is.
He's just a fun player to watch. And I don't know, man. As part of the NFC East, I don't know what the hell's going on in their division because there's just ups and downs. And
Yeah, Washington could very well win it. Who knows?
They're fun to watch. I think they're gonna win. I'm going with them.
Okay. All right, you going with the Commanders here. All right, Tony, what do you got?
Washington.
Okay, Washington in this one by how many here?
3.
3. All right, Washington by 3. Mark it in your books there, betters. Washington by 3. Gooch, how you see this one playing out, man? Commanders, Cardinals, bunch of running around with the quarterbacks here.
Yeah, it'll be a fun game. It's actually a toss-up. You basically flip a coin for how that game's gonna turn out. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. They're on a hot streak.
All
Let's do
right,
it.
going with the Commanders here. I'm going to go with the Commanders as well, man. I think that Like I said, I've actually watched a little bit of Jordan Daniels more than any other of the rookies, and I like you said,
Jaden. It's
Jaden or Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry, yeah. For whatever is running, like you
Really
said, the
similar.
game seems to like really, like you said, he seems to see the field. He's not panic back there. I think they got a decent running game with Robinson. Marvin,
line.
huh? They're yeah.
They have a good old line.
They do. They can protect him. And again, this is a toss-up, though. It's not like I have major confidence, but I just think the Commanders are a little bit of a roll here. I'm going to take the Commanders on the road to get it done against the Cardinals here. 24-23, Commanders over Cardinals. Next game up here, this is crazy. The 49ers are 1-2, man. The 49ers are 1-2, and they are missing a lot of people. CMC went to Germany this week to go seek another opinion on his
That's
injury.
always good.
Kittle is out or been struggling with injuries as well, and now their quarterback has issues. Purdy.
Debo's hurt too.
Yeah, I mean, Debo's hurt as well. The Patriots roll into town here. The Niners could definitely use a win. They're 1-2 this season. They're 1-0 at home. Patriots are 1-2. They're 1-1 on the road. San Francisco, despite all those injuries, still favored by 10 in this game. Crazy.
Wow.
Double-digit spread. Gooch, what do you got? Patriots, Niners.
I can't stomach the Dolphins being last in the division. I hate that every other team is winning except for them. If the Patriots beat the Niners, I'm gonna feel pretty shitty. I think the Niners have lost. They've lost back-to-back games. They've lost a lot of injuries. They're facing a bottom-feeding team. At home, Jacoby, fear for his health and safety for this game. I think the Niners are going to win.
Okay, got Niners at home against Patriots. All right. Tony, what do you got? Patriots, Niners.
This was a tough one.
Okay.
I had to bring in another AI device. But they finally computed.
Okay.
After 14 days, they've been doing this since last game.
Okay.
Just collecting Tamagotchis, like all connected to each other.
Yeah, what hatched? Yeah.
It works, and you don't got to feed the fucks.
Yeah.
Patriots are gonna win.
Damn.
Wow.
14.
Wow. Patriots by 14 here. I love it.
My
I love
God.
it. Take it. Take it to the house, folks. Fear, what do you got? Patriots, Niners.
No fucking way, dude.
This was very deep analysis.
Unless you got IBM Watson over there or some shit. I don't know what's going
I got
on.
his cousin Barry.
It's gotta be Barry.
That's the AI he's using that tells you to put glue in your pizza to help the cheese stick.
Oh my god. Hey, I still think the 49ers are. I just think they still have too much talent for the Patriots. I still think they're gonna win.
Okay, a close one here. Hey, Niners over Patriots. All right, Knocker, what do you got? Barry. Patriots over 49ers here, Knocker. What do you got?
No, man. San Francisco manages the ball better, and they don't have a whole lot of injuries on defense. They're just a better football team than the Patriots are right now. So
okay, I agree.
I'm going with them.
I think it's just what the doctor ordered for the Niners right now, especially with what they're struggling with injuries. But I do think they get it done. It's not going to be flashy.
Can we throw in though? Interesting. Let's see how it plays out. But imagine, obviously, Ayuk signed with the 49ers, but his other option was the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
And the Steelers are 3-0.
And now the Niners fall apart.
Let's just see how it plays out.
That's
you never
true.
know.
That's true. I think the Niners get it done. I would probably hop on that 10-point spread though. If I'm a better, I mean that's pretty wild with all the injuries. But I do think it's a low scoring, slug them out fest because the Patriots do play some defense. I'm gonna go with the Niners to get it done. 2010 Niners over Patriots in this one. Next up here in the afternoon, battle 1 and 2 teams. The Browns head to the Raiders here, who are 1 and 2 as well. The Browns are 1-0 on the road. The Raiders are 0-1 at home. Vegas favored by 2 in this one. This is blackout game of the week. This is
I'm confused.
this is wild. Knocker, Browns Raiders here in just a nasty, gross game. What do you got? Someone's got to win their second game. Who gets it?
Who the fuck cares?
No shit.
Is there anybody on earth that
fucking
really
cares about this game?
cares?
I know.
I'd rather go see the Fresno State UNLV game that's happening there on Saturday night. That's going to be a really good football game.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you get a chance to watch it, watch that one. That's two good football teams. I don't know what to think. As bad as the fucking Raiders look, I don't know what to think. I'm just gonna go with Cleveland because just the Raiders are the Raiders right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on down there.
All right. Yeah. Now you see at UNLV, fucking 3-0, and he leaves his team. That's fucking crazy. The quarterback is wild. Fear of the Reload. What do you got, dude? Browns, Raiders.
I want to support my boy Antonio Pierce. You know, as a Giant, won me a Super Bowl. Love that guy. Again, I don't really give a shit because that just sounds like a terrible game.
Yeah.
But I do want to see Uncle Rico, throw it down over there with the Raiders. I think the Browns have a great defense, but Deshaun Watson, I just don't know what's going on. It just seems so dysfunctional. I don't know. I'm going Raiders.
You're going Raiders. All right, Tony, what do you got in this one, man? Browns, Raiders. What do you got?
I'm on the app, the Pick'ems app, the ESPN shit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to click both because I think it's going to be a tie. But it won't let me. It just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah.
I love L-Cats. No one wins, not even the fans. True.
I'm just going to go with Cleveland because of the mascot.
Okay. Yeah. He's got a thing for that mascot. That's true. That
Yeah,
elf.
you do.
What? You got to give us points because the betters need it. The betters need it. How much Cleveland win by?
0.1?
Point one.
But I think they win
In the
Cleveland.
first time ever.
Point one. All right, I love
Cleveland's
it.
gonna win by 3.
Three. Okay, I like it.
Three.
Field goal win. Gooch, what do you got? Browns, Raiders here.
But if it's a tie, I fucking said it. Bro.
Yeah, you did. You did.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
I want the Browns to fail because Watson's a quarterback. I hope Max Crosby breaks him in half.
There you go.
I like it.
I mean, do you think like Watson leads the league in getting sacked? He's been sacked 16 times.
Yeah.
And don't you think it's kind of like the longest yard situation when they were like, giving up on Adam Sandler's character and they were just letting people sack him
It's not even
full
care.
force?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I think that this team is actively imploding on itself. I hope the Raiders win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders too, just because of their pass rush here. I think they get it done, get some turnovers, somehow pull this out. And a very gross. I just don't care about this game either. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders and Minshew Mania to get it done because I'm kind of just can't stand the quarterback either for the Browns. I'm with Gooch. I just don't want to see him succeed. So next game up here, this would have been a really interesting game. I don't know the Chargers quarterback situation here. They had their quarterback Herbert leave last week. The Chiefs rolling 3-0 here. They've got the league on their side, the refs, Taylor Swift. They got everything on their side. They got it all. Chiefs roll in. They're favored by 7.5 against a banged up Chargers team. Gooch, what do you got? Chiefs Chargers in this one.
Yeah, the Chargers are stupid for playing Herbert on a high ankle sprain and then putting him back in, and then he re-aggravates it. Like, what are you doing?
This is why I don't think Jordan Love should play. Like, it's the same reason, you know? It's
Yeah,
the same
you
fucking
have the
reason.
whole season ahead of you. Chiefs are going to sleepwalk this.
Okay, I like it. Chiefs a big one. Tony, what do you got? Chiefs Chargers here.
AI told me it's common sense when I responded. It was going to be the Chiefs.
Okay.
What a stupid
They're
ass
actually
question.
pissed
Huh?
off.
Okay.
AI's like, that's a stupid question, Tony. We're not
By
gonna
17?
answer you.
By
They all
17.
yelled at me. I was like, bro, relax.
Yelled at you.
By
Taylor Swift has a
17.
song, 17. Right?
That's true. There you
Exactly.
go.
It's
They
a
win by.
conspiracy,
All
bro.
right. Chiefs by 17 says Tony. Fear, what do you got?
I want the Chargers to win, so I fucking hate the Chiefs. I'm
Me too.
I fucking hate the Chiefs.
Me too.
I hate it too.
I didn't hate the Patriots as much as I hate the Chiefs.
Yep.
Oh, so, I mean, speak for yourself, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, honestly, you got it the worst, dude, for sure. But I gotta take the fucking Chiefs, man. I mean, just
Okay. Go on. Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to, like you said, it's kind of default pick. Knocker, right? Chiefs default pick here.
Yeah, that was really stupid of them to play Herbert that game. That was just dumb. And I don't even think that they'll need the referees this week. I think they might actually just to shut the fans
win on their
up,
own accord.
They might actually throw a couple of penalties on the Chiefs because this is a game they'll win easily, and they might actually flag their right tackle for jumping back off the ball too early. That motherfucker.
You want to
every
leave the
pass
right
play,
tackle alone,
he
dude. This
drops
right
back.
tackle.
Every freaking time their right tackle jumps off the ball,
You
or
said
is
this 2 weeks
rolling
ago,
backwards
Knocker.
early,
Yeah.
and they never, ever throw a flag on that guy. It's just pathetic.
Dad,
So they
Dad
might
sends
actually
me,
do that
Dad
just to
sends me
shut people
videos
up.
every Sunday of the fucking right tackle. It's just every offensive series. It's just look at him, look at him, look at him.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here again. They just, like I said, they're the healthier team right now. They've got everything rolling their way. They're playing like shit, but they're winning games. I mean, Mahomes has not been playing well, including this season and the end of last season. It's just, he's not putting up big games like he used to anymore. And maybe we've seen the best of him. I don't know, but he also doesn't have many weapons. I mean, I think their receivers aren't as good as people kind of thought they were going to be. And Travis Kelce might be doing a little bit too much Taylor Swifty partying at tennis events and shit in the offseason, and his head might not fully be in the game because he's been irrelevant.
Gave him that haircut?
He's been irrelevant for the first 3 games. He really has.
Where the fuck did he get that haircut?
Um,
What on
I
earth
don't know.
is that thing?
I don't know.
I feel like
Oh
the
my
Patriots went
God.
through the same thing. I feel like this is just I feel like they went through the same exact thing, and they're just gonna end up being there at the end like they always do. Like I fucking hate them so much.
That's
So
true.
infuriating.
It is. Next up here, we got a great Sunday night football. Who the fuck would have thought the Bills, after what they've been through this season, are 3-0 right now?
Wow.
I know
they
they're
look good.
3-0 on the road. They're 3-0 on the road here. They're 1-0 on the road this season. The Ravens are 1-2, struggling, but again, beat up on a Dallas team last week. They are 0-1 at home here. Baltimore favored by 3 in this one, though, still at home. Bills, Ravens, Knocker, what do you got?
Baltimore looks exactly the same as Baltimore has looked to me for the last 3 years. They cannot hold a lead. I don't know what on earth happens to them, but they get up on teams and then they just fuck up. They just play bad.
Yeah.
And Dallas, with a little more time, wins that game. I don't know what it is with them. I have no idea what the problem is as far as that goes. They just play stupid football when they get ahead. Buffalo's on a tear. Buffalo looked really good the other night, and I don't think Baltimore's going to score enough points just to keep up with them. I like Buffalo in this one.
All right. Fear, what do you got, dude?
I think Derrick Henry's gonna fuck up the Bills defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Easy.
think they're gonna run down their throats, dude. I don't know. I think Baltimore's on one. They have a playoff team with all their personnel and everything going on. I don't really like the Bills defense. Yeah, I think they're just gonna run the ball down the
All
throat.
right.
I'm
So you got
taking- I'm
Ravens
taking
at
the
home.
Ravens.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the AI?
Could you imagine
Look at him. Hang on.
tackling that guy?
Tony's
Have
concentrating.
you watched their games?
Oh my God.
When you see Derrick Henry run, could you be like, yeah, I'm gonna tackle this guy right now?
I'm
Like,
sorry. I'm distracted by Tony moving around down there. I'm sorry.
What are you doing, Tony?
I don't know, but he keeps sniffing his fingers after he
Hey,
does it. It's kind of weird.
Tony, what's the
Kind of
flavor
weird.
of that
He
vape?
keeps sniffing
What's-
that left
what's the
hand.
flavor?
I don't know.
It's lemon mint.
Lemon mint. Out of everything you could have got, you got lemon mint.
That's my go-to, bro.
It's an Italian
It's
thing.
so
dude.
nice.
What do you got in this one, Tony? What's your right hand in AI? Tell us on this one. Bills, Ravens.
The fucking Bills, bro.
All right.
Day, every day.
How much they win by?
Fucking blowout. 30 fucking 32 points. You don't laugh. You watch.
I love it. Gooch, what do you got here? Bills, Ravens, dude.
I can't go against that pick now. I mean, he saw how excited he got when he heard the Bills, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the Bills.
I'm gonna go with the Bills too, man. After they looked good last week, and again, Josh
Yeah,
Allen
yeah.
getting it done, and the Ravens, just like you said, they just. And their kicker's no longer just a guy that can always get it done either, man. You know,
He's
you used
missing
to,
a
yeah,
lot.
Tucker's
But
missed
how
some
many
kicks.
times? That is true, but how many times
Oh, he's
has
clutch.
Josh Allen
Oh,
burned you?
no, he has burned me plenty
A
of times.
lot.
I know.
A lot.
But it is the regular
I don't even
season.
wanna
It's
go
the
in the
regular
kitchen
season.
anymore.
Just Notre Dame.
Yeah. It's the
I don't want to go into the kitchen anymore. He's burned me that
Yeah,
many
he
times. I
has.
don't want to do it.
All right, well, I'm gonna go Bills here, though. Like I said, that defense for the Ravens is not what it should be. Monday night, we've got 2 Monday night football games here to close it out.
Again?
Yeah, 2 Monday night football games.
Nice.
We've got the earlier one at 4:30. The Titans 0-3, possibly maybe the worst team in the NFL. The Dolphins 1-2. They need this win desperately to keep their season alive here. And they couldn't ask for a better opponent. They play the worst team in the league, but the Dolphins here favored by only 1 in this because of their quarterback situation and other injuries. Gooch, I'll throw it to you. Dolphins Titans here Monday night.
Oh,
What
yeah,
do
you
you got?
just had to go to him first, right? I don't know why that is. That's weird.
I'm so glad this game is first, because then I can have a very early night's sleep if shit goes south.
Yeah.
Which it's looking like it will, man. We still have the better team on paper, but it's just the game planning. Tua goes down. That the whole system that Mike McDaniel created was to benefit Tua. He went all in. The whole organization with Chris Greer and everyone went all in on Tua. That's what made Flores lose his mind and then go anti Tua and then create that whole narrative and didn't handle it the right way and effed off. But it was a detriment to the team. And then Mike McDaniel comes in and says, "Oh my God, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm going to give you the whole world, give you the whole organization, backing you." And it's clear that dude cannot protect himself when he's playing. And that if he's not on the field, he's not contributing to the team. So why would you go all in for another 4 years of this guy who can't protect himself? And he just proved it again, at the early part of the season.
Yeah.
So now you have backups and you have your only game plans was, whatever Tua can do. Well, you're trying to put whatever Tua can do with these backups like Skylar, and you saw he folded like a fitted sheet. Like he couldn't do anything. He was completely useless.
Yeah.
And that's all you got. Like McDaniel can't adjust to that. Look, you run the ball, you go 18 yards on a run with Achane. You throw the ball 6 times after that and go 2, 3 and outs. Like what kind of game plan? It's just not smart football. The dude he's a cool guy. He's a great personality, but it's clear that he doesn't have the locker room behind him on just getting through it, with grit. And he doesn't have a switched up game plan. He just seems he has like one track, and you're either going to do that or you're going to fail. It's so disappointing. We got to go through another freaking 5-year rebuild, and hockey can't come soon enough.
Yeah, he's waiting for Panthers games. He's ready for fucking
Stanley Cup champion Panthers for season, so I can forget about this mess. You know what? With all this crap, I honestly think the Titans are going to win this game.
That's
I
wild. That's funny because I'm going with the Titans to get it done in this one
they're
too.
circling the drain. And
Yeah, what do you
rarely
got,
even bet
Tony?
against them.
What's the AI tell us? Titans, Dolphins.
I didn't even ask it. I just I feel bad for Gooch, so I'm gonna say Dolphins.
Okay, just feel bad.
I like
Hopefully win.
Fucking
A sympathy pick.
by like a pube hair,
By a pube hair.
like
I have my last little pube hair. That's how close it'll be.
A sympathy pick.
Gooch is
Yeah.
so stressed
Feel
from the
even
Dolphins.
worse,
His
dude.
fucking pubes are
A
great.
sympathy pick. Wow.
All right, Fear, what do you got, man? Can the Titans get their first win here? I got the Titans, so does Gooch.
Gooch, I feel so bad because I just see the way he looks, and I'm like, it gets better, Gooch, because eventually you just get to the point of not caring at all.
That's right, Matt.
which is where I've got to. Like, I've watched the last 3 games of this season and just been like,
Yeah.
like that's just, and you'll get there.
He's got his Panthers.
You'll
Once
get
hockey
there.
starts, he
You'll
doesn't
get
care.
there,
It doesn't matter. Once hockey's
Hey,
good.
you just want
No,
a Stanley
exactly.
Cup.
Yeah.
Like whatever contract you signed with whatever supernatural being it was, it worked
Yeah.
out for you. You know what I mean?
There it is.
My
Once they
tears
get
real
it-
quick.
Yeah, there you go. They giveth and it taketh
I'm okay.
away.
Yeah, they
You know
give
what I
it and they
mean?
take it. The sports
Um,
gods. Yeah. What do you got, Fear?
I'm okay.
I'm still going with the Dolphins.
Still
I
going
think, dude,
Dolphins?
the Titans quarterback does the stupidest
Will
shit
Levis?
I've
Yeah, I know.
ever
He's
seen
great.
in
He
my
really
life.
is.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the memes of this week.
Yeah, his coach
Just
just
watching the head coach.
yeah, and his
just being
press
like,
conferences
"What
is
the
like,
fuck
yeah.
are you
He's
doing?"
like, so what do you think about play by your coach? Yeah, it was
Just hit
really
my
stupid, and
funny
I shouldn't have done that. For the second game in a row, basically, he blew the game for us. Basically, what he said. Knocker, what do you got? Titans, Dolphins. Can Titans get their first win? I'm going here with the upset in the Titans. So is Gooch against his own team here.
I'm going with you as well. The like you were talking about Miami and their game planning and this and that. You've got a quarterback that came out of Kansas State.
Yep.
Kansas State might be one of the bottom 5 of developing NFL quarterbacks with the offense that they play down there at KSU. That they depend on defense and they run the ball. They love running quarterbacks. He's a great running quarterback. If that's the offense you want to build, he's great at it.
Yep.
But an NFL passer, he is not. And they built their offense to throw the friggin' ball and it's just not working, and it's just a total collapse, and they get the first win. Tennessee
Okay,
gets their
Tennessee
first
gets first win. All right, last game up here Monday night. Actually, going to be a really, really good one. The 3-0 Seahawks, man. Geno Smith again.
Wow.
Leading them out there. I mean, you look at these 3-0 teams, it's pretty wild. Like some of these 3-0 teams right now, like Steelers, Seahawks, it's pretty crazy. The Lions come in at 2-1 here at home. Looking to get their third win of the season. It's be a really, really good game here. Both have great offenses. Both have pretty good, decent defenses. Seahawks, I think, is a little better. Lions at home, favored by 3. Typical spread here. Knocker, I'll go to you first. Seahawks, Lions, Monday night, last game here. What do you got?
In Seattle, I'd probably go with them if it's in Seattle. But Detroit's just a tough place to play now. It's always been a tough place to play with shitty teams. You usually could come in and get your physically beaten up and shit, but you come out with a win. It's not that way anymore. It's a definite home field advantage. Ask the Rams.
Yeah.
The Rams could have won that playoff game, and they could have won opening night. But the fans did make a difference, and it does inspire their football team. So, in a battle of two good teams, I'm going to go with the home team on this one.
All right. Fear, what do you got?
Same.
You going with the Lions here in this one?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tony, what do you got? What's our final AI pick of the night? Tell us.
The Lions are going to run a train on the Seahawks.
Oh my. Okay.
17-point win.
17-point win.
What did you ask AI specifically? What was the question that made it say run a train?
Well, for this one, at the beginning, I said which team is going to run a train on another, and this was the game. So.
All
and
right.
then they supplied photos, which I can't show.
They supplied photos. All right. I'm definitely not typing that into my browser. What do you got, Gooch?
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are finally going to face a good team because they played with the Broncos, the Patriots, and whatever excuse that Dolphins team was.
Yeah.
I think that now they have they're finally going to play a good team and they're on the road. I think the Lions are going to win this at home.
All right, Lions at home get done. I'm going to go with the Lions as well. Getting it done. Very going to be a fun game to watch, though. It's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be like 27-24, something like that. Lions, they'll get their third win of the season.
The refs won't be involved in it at all. It'll be clean.
Clean one. All right, those are our week 4 picks, everybody. Make sure you lock them in for tomorrow. Lock them in, get your fantasy rosters set.
It'll get better.
Oh, I have a trivia question if you guys are willing to answer.
What's that?
All right, trivia question. Sam Darnold has, I think, 70-something touchdowns right now. He could be the third USC quarterback to ever score 100 touchdowns in a career. Who are the 2 USC quarterbacks that have thrown
Carson
for
Palmer.
100?
Knocker.
Carson Palmer.
Pat Hayden and Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
No, Knocker is wrong.
Oh.
You got one right. You got one right, but you are wrong.
I'm guessing
Which one?
Palmer.
Palmer is one.
Okay.
Rodney
And
Peete.
the second. Nope.
Booty?
I have no fucking clue what's going on.
No, I don't.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jeez,
Fucking
throwing out names.
Castle. Matt fucking Castle has 104
Wow.
touchdowns.
Oh yeah, with the
in his
Patriots and the Chiefs or whatever he was
Patriots
with.
and the Chiefs and
Yeah.
every other fucking team that he played on for
Yeah.
14
That's
Wasn't
true.
he a Cowboys quarterback at one
Yeah, I
point?
don't know.
Yeah.
He's
He
been
never started.
I
everywhere.
think we should
Matt
end every
Castle.
podcast with a trivia question. I like that.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah,
let's
that was a
do
good
that.
idea.
It's not even my show, but I agree with you.
I should be, bro. What the fuck?
Oh,
wow.
all right.
Oh, I love you, Tony. Lemon lime,
Mega.
fucking
Megashin just
bullshit.
busted a cap in USX 350.
All right, Fear, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. It was an absolute blast. Again, make sure you go check out Fear the Reload on Twitch, streaming FPS games on a weekly basis. So make sure you put your noties on for my little brother.
Let's do it,
Go give him a
brother.
follow. Knocker will not be back until next week, everybody. He's headed off to Utah, so no pre-party tomorrow before happy hour. We're just going to go right into it. So
Safe
Knocker,
travels.
have a safe trip out there. Say hi to
you.
Matt and the family.
Josh?
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah,
How
don't
do we
get lost in
measure?
Utah.
How do we measure a pube hair and a 0.1 win in this coming up with Tony's AI? How is that? How do we
It's
measure?
a field goal. It's a
Find
field
out
goal.
next week.
It's a field goal.
Field goal. That's
That's in the after party. We'll tell all. That's on OnlyFans.
All right, Tony, enjoy that new puppy of yours. Be careful of the piss on the ground, dude. We need to keep you around, all right? You
Yes,
got to be careful
yes.
about that stuff, okay?
Yeah, I gotta tiptoe now.
Yeah.
We need more lighting. Get
It's
more
good to see you
lighting.
though, Tony. It's so good to see you every week when you're back
Oh,
on
yeah,
here,
it's
man.
always good to be
I
here.
love you, buddy. You have a great weekend. Gooch, enjoy. Hopefully you're not in too much misery after this weekend after
October
another
8th.
Dolphins. October 8th. Hockey
8th.
season. Hockey season starts. All right, boys. I will see you next week. You guys have a great week and take care. See
Love
ya.
you guys.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
good night.
Bye.
Gentlemen.
All right, chat.